So it looked like Angel Reese is back in the headlines after another unrivaled basketball game.
Angel Reese's recent game has raised concerns after she overlooked a wide-open Lexie Hull under the basket. This moment has put a spotlight on her decision-making, court awareness, and ability to work within the team. Chicago Sky fans are starting to worry as these issues keep coming up. If they persist, they could slow her growth and impact team chemistry.
No, we're not going to keep creating this false narrative that content creators is picking on Angel Reese, because Angel Reese does it to herself and she never ceases to amaze me.
Did you see the moment Lexie Hull was wide open under the basket, hands up, ready for an easy bucket? It was the kind of play that had fans on edge, expecting a simple, smart pass from Angel Reese. But what happened next took everyone by surprise.
And how one performance, and most importantly, one particular play, should send a shiver of fear, should frighten the hell out of Chicago Sky fans everywhere, because it's something, frankly, Sky fans saw a lot of last year.
Let's take a closer look at this key possession. Reese's team needed a bucket, and everything was lined up perfectly. Hull made a quick cut to the basket, completely unguarded. It was the kind of play where everyone expects an easy 2 points the moment the pass is made.
And that's the fact that when Angel Reese gets the ball in her hands anywhere close to the basket, she will not give the ball up. It's selfish basketball. It's a lack of awareness. And this might be the most egregious case of it.
And this is where things get truly puzzling. Angel Reese had the ball, a clear view of Hull standing wide open, hands up, ready to score. But she didn't pass. Instead, she turned away and forced a tough shot against multiple defenders. The result? A miss that never had a chance.
All right, now, let's look at it one more time. Hold on. Pass it in to Angel. Look at this, folks. That's Lexie Hull. Right there. Right there. Wide ass open. Does she get the ball? Let's. I mean, what are you doing?
This wasn't just a single bad choice. In that moment, it was clear tunnel vision at its worst. As soon as Reese got the ball, it was like she blocked out everything else: the court, her teammates, and the best play. All that seemed to matter was getting her own shot up, no matter the defense in front of her.
One more time. Full speed. Here we go. In. Cuts back into the lane. Wide open under the basket for the shot. Angel not only did not pass the ball back out to Lexie Hull, but she missed another frickin'.
Stats from this game tell the story even more clearly. Reese went just 4 for 10 from the field, and the misses weren't from difficult, contested shots. They were routine layups and close-range attempts, the same finishing struggles that followed her throughout last season with the Chicago Sky. These are the kinds of shots any pro is expected to make without trouble.
Can't believe that. I mean, Lexie Hull couldn't be more wide open there with nobody around. Just a little lay-in, ball comes into her, little lay-in, Angel gets an assist and plays good, sound basketball. Never happened.
Now consider the impact on team chemistry. Imagine being Lexie Hull in that moment. You've made the right cut, found open space, hands up, ready to score, only to be completely ignored. That kind of frustration can linger. How does it affect your energy on defense? How motivated are you to keep making those same cuts when you start to feel like the ball will never come your way?
I mean, Lexie Hull, she starved to death. Right there, wide open. By the way, Lexie Hull, 1 of 9 from the field. She couldn't hit shit either. But, you know, I couldn't find any blatant instances of her being downright selfish as F.
What we're seeing here is a style of play that hurts everyone. Hull misses out on an easy basket she worked to create. The team loses a high percentage scoring opportunity. and ultimately, Reese only makes her own struggles more obvious by forcing tough shots instead of taking the simple, smart play the defense is handing her.
And I don't care that Lexie Hull was cold from the field. She didn't do well in this game either. But no thanks to Angel Reese, they certainly lost points on this possession.
The article goes on to say Rose BC was on a 5-game winning streak, and another propelled them to a playoff spot. Star trio Chelsea Gray, Lexie Hull, and Angel Reese surely had the win in sight, but the performance only has come from one. The Chi-Town Barbie performance was a far cry from dominant 2020 she had just had days ago.
Selfish play was just a sign of a bigger issue that became even clearer in the second half. How does a pro player go from nearly recording a double-double before halftime to scoring 0 points after the break? The answer says it all, and it's exactly why Chicago Sky fans have every reason to be worried.
Oh, her game yesterday. My God. Right here, 71-62, a loss. And her game was ugly. Real ugly. 4 of 10 from the field, so we're back to that. Can't shoot from the field at all. We're back to not making layups.
Let's look back at the first half stats. 8 points and 10 rebounds in just 13 minutes. That's solid production, exactly what any coach would want. With that kind of start, you'd expect Reese to come out after halftime fired up, ready to make an impact and help her team secure the win.
Man, my God, it was bad. It really was. And she got completely shut out in the second half of this game. All right? Not involved at all.
Instead, what happened next was shocking. 0 points, no made shots, not even a single trip to the free throw line. It was like a switch flipped, and the player who was grabbing rebounds and scoring with ease in the first half was suddenly nowhere to be found.
So this is what happened. At halftime, Angel Reese had 8 points, 10 rebounds in 13 minutes. She shot 4 of 9 from the field, including 0 for 1 from beyond the arc, 0 of 1 from the free throw range. She had 2 turnovers. In the second half, she disappeared, folks.
This is where the real concern sets in. Reese racked up 4 fouls in the second half, not just bad luck, but a clear sign of defensive frustration and lack of discipline. When a player gets into foul trouble, they're stuck between 2 bad options. Play cautiously and weaken their defense, or force the coach to take them out. Either way, their impact on the game takes a serious hit.
I mean, Chelsea Gray out there was fighting for her life, scored 38 points. 38 damn points, okay?
While Reese was racking up fouls and struggling to make an impact, Chelsea Gray was putting on a clinic, dropping 38 points. That's what top competitors do. They step up when it counts. Gray wasn't just scoring. She was controlling the game, creating opportunities for her teammates, and leading her team to a dominant win.
To save the troubles, Captain Chelsea Gray stepped up big time. She ended the night with 38 points out of the team 62 and 8 rebounds. That's why a fan added, poor Chelsea. She's really doing all she had to do to save her teammates.
The difference couldn't be more obvious. One player rises to the challenge, leads by example, and makes everyone around her better. The other fades when it matters most, becomes a liability, and lets her teammates down when they need her the most.
The 22-year-old failed to add any points in the second half and ended with 13 boards. By the way, she also got herself in foul trouble, 4 personal fouls.
What's most concerning is that this wasn't just a bad shooting night. It wasn't about tough defense or unlucky misses. This was a total collapse under pressure. As the fouls added up, Reese had no response, no adjustments, no way to stay impactful while managing foul trouble.
You're not going to be able to believe this. The lack of awareness here as to what to do with the ball and the selfishness it's appalling, frankly. If you're a hoops fan, if you're a basketball fan, and you watch this, I don't give a shit if you are an Angel Reese fan. You can't tell me this is not egregious.
Great players adapt and find ways to contribute, even when things aren't going their way. If their shot isn't falling, they focus on playmaking. If foul trouble limits their defense, they adjust with smarter positioning and rebounding. Reese did none of that. When her initial game plan fell apart, she had no backup, and it was obvious.
Now, I know people feel a certain type of way about Angel. It is what it is. But Angel have to do better with controlling the narrative, because what she's doing is making it worse, adding fuel to the fire. And she does this like every damn week, adding fuel to the fire.